Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Radio Jonesy, and in this video I want to talk about relocating from the cities to the country, from one big state to a smaller state, from one big town to a smaller town. Relocating. Who's been there? Who's done it? And let me tell you, it is a great thing to do, to be honest with you, with my experience. I've moved from Sydney in the city in Australia to a little town on a beautiful lake and stayed there for a number of years. And it was a small town. It was a great place for your kids to grow up. And just that one little change in that move made my whole life cruisier and easier. Still had the bills, still had the expenses, still had to get to the city to do work and a few other things. But in that change, in that space in my life, relocating from the city to the country, and either driving into the city on the freeway or catching the train, did make changes. And the cost involved there was the traveling, obviously, but change can make a huge difference in your life. When you're stuck in the treadmill and you're going round and round and round, and you're thinking, what's this all about? Why am I doing so much work? What's life why is life so hard for me at the moment? All these little things that you do, stuck on that treadmill, and you're not going anywhere, and it's hand to mouth. It's get paid one week, pay the bills, buy some food, and you're empty again. That's not living. I've moved to Tasmania, a beautiful island, and down here you've got choices. Like relocating. I've left the mainland of Australia. I've decided to sell up and relocate, and what I've learned, it's probably the best thing I should have done 40 years ago. Down here it's like a big country town. People are, depending on where you live, there is choices where you could live. You could still live in cities here. We've got two big cities with Launceston and Hobart, but there are smaller cities as well, and there's country towns. But everything is so close. So moving here and changing your life and just relocating has made a huge difference. Your health, you got plenty more. You got more money in your bank. Let me tell you that. Things here seem to be cheaper and slower and more relaxed. Everyone's chilled, and they say g'day, they talk. Whereas when you're in Sydney, like, who's been into a big city where everyone's walking either looking at their phone or got their eyes on the pavement? No one wants to make eye contact with anybody. Well, here, people want to say, hey, g'day, mate, I've known you. I have been approached a number of times here through my YouTube channels. It's strange. I was at a supermarket, I parked the car, I got out, I'm walking into the shops with my grocery bags to buy some stuff. And some guy says, excuse me, mate, excuse me, are you Radio Jonesy? And I went, yes. A very strange feeling when people sort of spot you like that. And no, I'm not trying to big note myself, but I'm just saying people seem to take notice. People seem to look around, and he patted me on the back. We had a bit of a chat about YouTube and how it all works, and he liked these things and he didn't like these other things. He was giving me some good feedback. And I doubt you'd get that in Sydney. Most people in Sydney wouldn't even know you from a bar of soap, and probably would look down at you, like as a small-time YouTube. I don't know. I've never had much fun in Sydney. I've gone to Sydney for music, met a great bunch of people there, but outside of that circle, it is crazy. It is loony. And what I see today about youth attacks and youth crime and crime in general, like, the city of Melbourne, oh man, you've got to be very, very aware of what's going on there. And in Sydney as well, absolutely chaos. And in areas like Sydney, you've got different bubbles. There's like the Muslim area, there's like the Jewish area, there's like the Anglo-Saxon Aussies, the Vietnamese. There's all these different towns and suburbs, and they've got their own identities, which can be a good thing if you want to be in that community. But when I was a young bloke going to school, everyone wanted to be an Australian. Didn't matter if you turned up here from Vietnam, you wanted to be an Australian. Like if you turned up here from Greece, you wanted to say, "G'day, mate, how you going, cobber?" All that sort of stuff. And that's gone now. Everyone wants to relocate into their bubble and bring their problems from their other bubble into the new bubble. That seems to be what I can see. But just finding your little spot of paradise. Like I'm in the fourth largest city in Tasmania. It is a lovely little place. There's only 24,000 people in the city. 24,000. And it's a city. Major hospital. Huge shopping centres. All the government services you could ever require. There's no trains here, but there's fast buses. Buses take you all over the place for public transport. And work, let me tell you, if you're on the mainland and you're watching this and you think you're a bit dubious about coming here, man, Tasmania, if you're looking for work, don't trust what you're seeing on the websites. Come down and just look around. I've turned up here with a number of skills, and I'm working in a job where I thought I probably wouldn't work it, but there's no one doing it. So there's plenty of work. You get to pick and choose. I could be a bus driver, truck driver. I could be a security guard, traffic controller, van delivery driver, work in a shop, work in a service station. There's everywhere you go, people said, do you know someone looking for work? 500,000 people live on this island, and there just doesn't seem to be enough services. And if you're a young bloke, like policing, fire brigades, ambulance services, paramedics, all those, doctors, nurses, all that stuff. If you're into your education and you're getting some degrees behind you in the medical field, oh man, the world's your oyster down here. Let me say that. And if you want to be a police officer or a firefighter, they're advertising on television for young school leavers. And if you want to change careers, now's the time to do it. We're hiring now. You never see that on the mainland, but that's just another thing. And you would not experience that. I would not know that unless I moved here, because no one's really advertising the fact on the mainland, come to Tasmania for a new job. Maybe we should be, but there is some wonderful conversations to be had by Tasmania itself with the northerners and the southerners, how there's a bit of rivalry there. And since I'm living in the north, it is the northerners who are the best. And I definitely love the region that I'm in the northwest. It is absolutely fantastic. Beaches, sceneries, there's wineries, there's distilleries, you name it, we have it, and it's fabulous. So the idea of this video and the conversation is just basically saying change will help you fix your problems. Like, don't get stuck in the rat race. Don't try to pay off a house worth $800,000 or $1 million. Why put yourself through that hell when you could pick a region, a country town, a smaller state, a smaller city? Housing is cheaper. Like, housing here is quadrupled in the last 7 years. You could have bought a house that's now, at least double, if not triple the price it was, say 6 years ago. But still cheaper than the mainland. So just keep that in your thoughts. And for young families, what a place to live. Open air, sporting places, every sport under the sun. This is a very active area, a very active place to live, and you choose to do it. You choose to do it. You don't, like, here's one thing. Who wants to live in a place where it's a 2-hour bus ride or a train travel for an hour? Whereas here, you basically jump in your car and you're there within 15 minutes. You know, like it's even closer. Like, it is fabulous to live in a place like that, and you get your life back. Work's finished, you go home, you go to the shops, you do your thing, and you're home at a reasonable hour. And you know, I'm sort of raving about this place here, but in general, I'm talking general. You could be in America, you could be in Asia, you could be anywhere on the planet, in Europe. Just think, get outside that bubble. In that bubble, you're thinking, I'm forced here. If I leave my job, I'll be stuffed. You know, do it. Like, don't plan it. Don't just snap it. Our decision to move was made from a trip that I was on. I was overseas, and when we come back, we had an illness in the family, and as a group, we've decided to let's just do it. Let's just go to our place where we want to retire, and let's just find a house and put our place on the market and see what happens. Our place sold 3 days. It just sold. And finding a place here that suited, we could have bought a number of places, and finding a house here, that's another, buying a house in Tasmania is another challenge. It's a little bit different, but there's places out there like beautiful old houses. Oh, you could buy a Federation style house and have it done up to the max, and it will be the pristine jewel in the street. Like, there's some lovely places here, and there's some places that just need a bit of TLC. You know, you can get in on the ground level and fix them places up and move up that gravy train. But I'm just going to finish this video off in saying, change for the better. Change is good. Change can make you take that leap, take that jump, think positive thoughts, and just go out and do it. Just go out and you know, take the risk. How quick is time? Honestly, how quick is time? You know, Christmas. Think of how far away Christmas was, and it's coming up again. Think of birthdays; they're just going round and round and round. You know, things you do on a Wednesday, that Wednesday's come and gone. You've already done it. There's just, when you sit down and physically think of the circle, you know, that everything's just moving so fast. It's great to stop, relax, find somewhere where you're comfortable, smell the roses, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the cool. Some people enjoy Tasmania because it is cool, and in summer it is not real hot. You don't need that heat. You don't want that sweaty hot heat. You can go to any beaches everywhere. There's lakes, there's fishing, there's rivers, there's, you name it, something to do. I'm sort of branched off a little bit from talking up Tasmania, but if I was on the mainland and I could move to a country town where I could get a job, I would do it. If I could sell my house for X amount and buy a new place in a country town for half that price, what a great idea. That cuts your mortgage in half, you know, and you just got to work out how you can survive. And if you're keen, you're young, you're fit, you're strong, you're old, and you're keen, it doesn't matter. Get out and live your life. Do it well. Yeah, this video is a bit, I wanted to talk about little changes make big steps. You know, like little changes helps the mind, helps the soul, helps the family. And let me tell you, my family, one's already come, and more probably will. It is on both sides. There's other family members that are always asking me, how is it? Do you like it? Isn't it too cold? And like, you be the leader. You go out and do what you want to do. You choose to live your lifestyle, whether you're homesteading, you're on a property, you're in a city in an apartment, you're in a little one-room apartment. But if you're comfortable and you're got your bills covered and you're living your life and you're putting a little bit away for that nest egg, that holiday, that trip around the world one day, the retirement plan. It's never too early to start. It's never too late to start. Just, mate, it's life. Let's live it. This is Radio Jonesy. Until I see you again in the next video, it's always a great day in Tassie. Ciao.
Hi, I'm Jordan from Boat Harbour, and the best thing to do when you get home from a long day at work, switch on the telly, on for Radio Jonesy.
Hi, I'm David. I check out Radio Jonesy. You should too.
I'm Mick from Deloraine. I watch Radio Jonesy all the time.
Torpedoes fall from the sky and I'm on my way.